What's up, everybody? This is a great week for videos on LeBron James, and we have a video for you that's pretty damn cool. Colin Cowherd went on his show and said some interesting things. He explained why LeBron James took the $52 million extension, why he didn't want to go for the $5 million mid-level to play for a contender, maybe go to Dallas for that, maybe somewhere else. And what the biggest thing that Colin Cowherd said, which is I think exactly on point, and I don't always agree with Colin because he's been switching his opinions back and forth like crazy. He loved Michael Jordan after The Last Dance. He's the GOAT, he's the GOAT, he's the GOAT. Then a couple of good seasons for LeBron James. Then Michael Jordan's not the GOAT anymore. Now it's back to Michael Jordan being the GOAT and LeBron James never being able to catch him. But whatever. He said something that resonates with me and I think is 100% on point. And that is that Michael Jordan is pretty much embedded in LeBron James's head. He knows he can't catch him in titles, and he will not. That's why he's trying to minimize him. My previous video of Phil Jackson from 12 years ago having an interview, and he's saying that you measured the greats by championships. And LeBron knows that everybody's looking at it like that, and that's why he's trying to minimize it. Then another thing he said is that LeBron cannot catch Michael Jordan in net worth either. Because LeBron James is worth $1 billion, but Michael Jordan is worth $3.5 billion. That's why LeBron James supposedly wants to, own an NBA team so badly. So he can get ahead financially over Michael Jordan. Everything he does is constantly to either at least tie or best Michael at something. That's his entire thing. Now, let me play those comments from Colin, and I'll get back to you right after, because this is interesting. You have to listen to this. This is right on point. He makes a couple of great points in this, and it's definitely worth a listen. So I'll be right back. Just listen to his comments real quick.
LeBron wasn't willing, and this is what killed it, according to John Hollinger. He wasn't willing to leave $52 million on the table for a mid-level exemption. So don't think about that. LeBron's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. And my take is with LeBron, Rich Paul told us it was all about winning. It's not anymore. I think Michael Jordan's still in his head. He knows in the basketball community with basketball fans, he's never going to catch MJ. MJ is 6 for 6. MJ is more memorable. MJ's got the logo, the brand, and sells more shoes. He's more romanticized. Michael Jordan, there are a dozen plays to this day that you close your eyes and think about, and you can see Michael Jordan. Do it, unless you're driving. With LeBron, there's one. That chase down block against the Warriors. That's it. And so I think at LeBron at this point, he's never going to catch him. He's never going to catch him in net worth. MJ's net worth is $3.5 billion. LeBron, even with the massive money he's paid, is $1 billion. That's why he wants to own a basketball team. I think he's chasing Michael. And here's the difference. Michael Jordan makes you feel something, and LeBron doesn't. MJ, and I mean, high-level salespeople will tell you, you want to trigger emotion in advertisers and consumers. You want to make people feel something about a product. Michael has that. You wear his shoes, you feel cool. You like being on that side of the argument. So Michael's richer, more memorable, bigger brand, and he makes you feel something. And LeBron doesn't. LeBron has kind of bounced around to the best basketball opportunity every chance he gets. He's been the great basketball opportunist. And I've never criticized him for that. I understand it. His first stop, he got drafted to Cleveland. 7 years in, they couldn't get him another All-Star. I was on the bandwagon. Get to Miami. But my take is you probably should have stayed in Miami. In fact, I'd argue the only time LeBron has ever made us feel something was when he went back to his hometown. When he went back to Akron and he won in Cleveland. Remember that letter? I'm going back home. Made you feel something. Then he won in Cleveland. Made you feel something. But he's sort of been the great basketball opportunist. And he's got more points and more assists, and he's been to more finals, but he's never made us feel anything.
Now that you've heard LeBron's comments, let me know, of course, in the comment section if you agree or not and what you think about them. And it's interesting because, like I said, he makes a lot of valid points on everything that builds a player's legacy with longtime NBA fans, like true, realistic NBA fans with actual knowledge of NBA history. Michael Jordan is always going to be the number one player. There's no question. And LeBron James knows he cannot catch him anymore. And Colin made a comment, which I think hit right on, which he says people romanticize him, meaning Michael Jordan, a lot. And if you close your eyes, you think about Mike, you can see so many plays from his career, which was shorter than LeBron's by a lot. Talking about healthy seasons, that's pretty much 11 seasons with the Bulls. That's the healthy seasons. And you're thinking about it, and you close your eyes and you're looking at the Lakers switch of hands. You're looking at the final shot. You're looking at the flu game. You're looking at so many things. Performances against the New York Knicks. Performance against the Trailblazers with the whatever, I'm hitting 3-pointers and Magic Johnson being involved in that story. There's so many things. And he's right. With LeBron James, there's not many things like that. There's the chase down block that everybody talks about. And to tell you the truth, the biggest moments that people remember about LeBron James are bad moments for him. People, for the first 7 years when he was in Cleveland, people really liked the guy. I liked the guy. He was a normal guy, an underdog, trying to break through with everything being against him. And people liked that kind of stuff. That was Mike for the first something years before he broke through Detroit. And then people appreciate him because he finally broke through. And what LeBron James did is he quit. He quit on Cleveland. He joined up with his friends. Like John Stockton said, he didn't climb the mountain. He took a helicopter to the mountain. So he took the easy way out. And people remember the decision. People remember him quitting on Cleveland. People remember him quitting in the finals. There's teammates of LeBron James actually saying he quit in the NBA finals. People remember bad performances in the NBA finals where he scored 8 points, averaging 17 point something points for the whole finals against Dallas. That's what people remember about this guy. I don't remember all those big plays supposedly he had because they're not that memorable. But I remember the negatives, the selfish moves, the media control, the narratives pushed, and all that other stuff. That's what I remember. I remember him getting his son into the NBA when, truthfully, his son did not deserve to be drafted. And that's what people remember about him. He's not that guy. Simple enough. He's not. So I think the comments that Colin Cowherd made were right on point. And on this occasion, I really agree with the guy. I think he got it right down pat. And as you can see, more and more media members are turning away from LeBron James as he continues to slowly lose his grip and his power and all that stuff. I'm telling you, I've said this in previous videos on my channel, that a lot of media members were treating him extra nice and not really attacking him for a lot of things and kind of, even running with the story of him being the GOAT and throwing that in there and stuff like that. But why? Simply for the reason that he was still in the NBA. He was going to be in the NBA for, years. And people wanted access to him. That's why. If you would have said bad things about him, you would have never had access to the guy. And maybe a couple of other guys that are signed with Clutch Sports. But media tried to be nicey nice with him, and so they had access. They had interviews. They had whatever. They had access to the guy. That's why this is ending now, because he's ending. I mean, there's nothing to be nice to him, like especially nice to him anymore for, because he's going to be out of the NBA soon. I mean, what do you need access to him for? I'm telling you that was the case. So, like I said before, tell me what you guys think about what I'm saying, and tell me about what you guys think about what Colin Cowherd said, because I think he said a lot of good things right here. So, again, thank you for watching. I appreciate the time put in here. Join in as a member to support the channel, helps me out with equipment, time management, all that other stuff. And then I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys very much. Peace.